Thank you so much for coming out today. I know you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here today. So that's something that tells me a lot about the kind of person that you are, right? You're sacrificing a couple hours on a Friday afternoon to learn more about AI, to learn more about marketing and branding, because you as a business owner want to get better. And I'm so excited that you're here. You know, it requires that mindset to be able to really succeed in business today. You can't just be passive. You have to go after it. Go after getting education, go after getting the right mentors, go after getting those clients, go after learning. So today you're gonna be learning a lot. We're gonna be diving deep into AI. Guys, AI is changing the world and you are at the forefront. You are leading the way and you're going to be learning ways today that your competitor doesn't even know about how to use AI for fast business growth. So this is what we're gonna cover today. But before I get into the content, I wanna just tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm here today. I've got over 15 years of sales and marketing experience. I love what I do. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about sharing my story, and I hope you learn a lot today. And I have a lot of experience, right? So I've been doing this for a while. I've also been doing it at the highest level. Just recently, I was able to take my agency. I was a leader at this marketing agency, and we grew it into one of the fastest growing agencies in America. And we went from 0 locations to where I started to having 22 locations at the peak of our growth. So I'm just, again, one of my most recent accomplishments that I'm very proud of. I've also had the opportunity to train over 1,000 salespeople and marketers, guys. So as you can tell, this is not my first time doing this. And you will be added to that list. And I hope to have more students, because this is the way that I give back. I want to have impact, just like people had impact on me, getting me to this point in my career. I want to be able to do the same for others. So I want to plant those seeds. I want to teach you. I want to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you, so that you go out there and become successful. And I also, I've been down this path before. So I am, I've worked very closely with some very seasoned executives in this industry, in the marketing industry, as well as in the SaaS world. And I've been lucky enough to have one exit. So I started at a company that had 0 revenue, and as a leader of the sales division, was able to create a sales process, create a sales team, and we went to 8 figures in 3 years. And I had an exit, my first ever exit out of a company. Since I was one of the early members, I had equity. So a great opportunity for me, and to just be mentored by some really amazing people that had done it before. This wasn't their first time building a company. So I was taken under the wing of some really amazing people that have guided my path. And prior to all this, I've also been a top sales producer. So right out of college, I joined one of the top agencies in America, and I crushed it. I'm gonna share a little bit of how I did that, but I was able to generate over $5 million in personal revenue on my own, carrying a bag. So if you're in sales, if you're a business owner, you're doing sales, trust me, I've been in those shoes. I know what it's like, and I can relate, and I wanna help you. But before I get into how I'm gonna help you, you know about Jeff, but let me tell you my why, right? People don't buy into just what you say or what you teach and AI. They buy into me, right? They buy into you. This is something AI can't replace: my story and the things that matter to me and the things that matter to you in this room. So I was born from immigrant parents, raised by a single mom in Carroll City, Florida, and had a challenging childhood as an immigrant student. Being able to really focus on education, because as my mom told me, education would be what would open up doors of opportunity for me. And she was amazed. She, her story is, she came to Costa Rica, to the U.S. to look for better opportunities. And it took a while, right, to get into it. She, cleaned houses, cleaned toilets, ironed clothes. And I was right there the whole way seeing her do it. And that was a lot of motivation for me, right? Like, Mom, I don't want you to be doing these things. Mom, I want you to relax, to retire, to be able to enjoy life to the fullest. And I'm going to do what I need to do to make that happen for you. So I became really focused on education, and knowing that that would be the channel, the vehicle that would help me open up and break through opportunities. But my mom didn't tell me the whole story. And I want you to also know the full story, because it's not just about what you know. And I learned that early in college. It wasn't just about having a degree or being well educated. Just knowledge alone is not going to open up doors of opportunity. It's definitely going to help, but networking and who you know matters so much more in this day and age. So I want to make sure that I emphasize that today, guys, because that was really what was a breakthrough for me when I started focusing on meeting people, on developing relationships, on networking. And that's why you're in this room today. It's not just to learn, but it's also to network with these peers, the people that are sitting next to you, right? Look at the person sitting next to you. Look at the person sitting next to you, right? you guys are peers. You guys are both in this journey together as entrepreneurs. And guess what? It's a lonely journey, so it helps to have people around you that are going to support you, encourage you, and we're in it together, guys. And just like kind of a family. And this is my family. So this is my wife, Emma. She's also a business owner and entrepreneur. So we have multiple businesses that we run in the Zelaya household. So trust me, we got a lot going on, and we got these three amazing kids, Elijah, Ella, and Elliot. Just a cool, interesting fact. Elijah there was on MasterChef Junior not too long ago, competing in front of Gordon Ramsay to become one of the top chefs in the country as a young kid. So really proud of my son. We eat really well in my house, as you can tell, but we have a lot of fun, and that's kind of just my why, right? So you want to know that I'm not just here to sell you stuff or teach you. I want you to know me personally, right? AI can't replicate this. So that's a theme that we're going to get into. We're going to revisit that in just a bit. But let me ask you guys, why should you care? Tell me, why should you care? Why are you here today? Cassandra, why should you care?
I should care because I want to connect with my audience and I want to make it.
Great. Frank, as a business owner, why should you care about AI at all?
You will be left behind.
You don't want to be left behind. Great. Let me tell you guys something. AI is here to stay, and it's changing so fast that it's hard to keep up with it. But here are the stats. The cold hard facts is that companies that have embraced AI, that have gone into AI, are predicted to be 10 times more effective than double the market share by 2025 compared to those that haven't. Guys, numbers don't lie, right? You got to use it. If you want to be effective, you want to be 10 times, like Grant Cardone says, 10x more effective. Guess what? You got to be jumping on the AI bandwagon. Here's another fact. Nearly half, that's almost 50% of business owners, right? So in this room, almost half of you guys are probably feeling overwhelmed by day-to-day tasks, right? Raise your hand if that's you, right? The administrative tasks, follow-ups, emails that you have to draft, content you have to create, all these things that are going on, right? Guess what? AI can help take a lot of that stuff away. If, we're able to clear up your stuff, imagine what you could do now in terms of innovation and creativity and freedom to be able to think about other parts of your business. So very important, guys, if you want that freedom in your business. Here's another third stat. 44% of businesses are reporting cost savings as a significant benefit of AI implementation. Who here wants to save money? Raise your hand if you want to save money. You. Of course. Who doesn't want to save money? Guess what, guys? AI is going to save you money. And I'm going to show you exactly how. So today, by the time you walk out of this room, you're going to have money in your pocket, metaphorically speaking. So guys, what's in it for you? What's in it for you, Frank? If you could use AI, what's in it for you? What do you think is in it for you? Leverage. Cassandra, what's in it for you if you could use AI effectively? What's on the other side of this? Engagement. Guys, let me tell you what's in it for you. If you want AI benefits, here they are. Increased productivity and efficiency. Cost savings. Dollars that you're saving. Having a competitive advantage. Beating out the competitors. That feels really good. Having better customer service. That customer experience that people love and can relate to. And guess what? Driving more revenue. At the end of the day, it's all about dollar bills, y'all. And guess what? I'm going to help you drive more of those through the right way of using AI. So guys, before we get into what AI can do, first of all, let's talk about what AI can't do like us. Cassandra, what's one thing that you think AI can't do like us right now?
It can't connect with humans.
It can't connect with humans, right? It's still it's a robot. It's a computer. Yeah, it lacks that connection, that human connection, right? AI can't present like I can, right? That's something that AI can't duplicate. Maybe one day it'll get there, but right now, there's only one Jeff Zelaya. AI can't replicate me. Frank, what's one thing that AI can do like you?
Talk like me.
It can't talk like you. Okay, great. But you know what? It's getting close. I've seen some really cool things. But yeah, you're right. It's still not quite like you. Still have
It doesn't have my essence.
your essence, okay? The soul of Frank, right? It can't duplicate that. So here, guys, this is very important. It's a question I've been asking myself over and over again because AI is replacing so many things in my industry that I'm trying to figure out what skills do I need to double down on so AI won't come after my job or AI won't replace me. I don't want to be replaceable. So here's how we do that. Here are the areas that humans beat AI currently. Keep in mind, AI is developing and changing so fast. So I don't know what's going to happen 5, 10 years from now. But right now, humans beat AI when it comes to creativity and innovation. They can't innovate like us. Humans are better at emotional intelligence. As Frank mentioned, that empathy, that connection, as Cassandra said, that connection is important. We want to have high emotional intelligence. AI can't meet us there. Making strategic decisions. AI can't weigh all the facts and see the big picture like we can. Leadership and motivation. AI is not going to motivate you to do stuff, right? But I can. Your boss can. Your family can. Leadership. Your leadership skills are important. How you develop a team. How you coach a team. Ethical considerations, right? We can't depend on AI to make these ethical decisions for us about social responsibility. AI can't adapt and be as resilient as we can. We in this room have gone through a lot of challenges that AI probably can't go through and survive through. Networking and relationships, so important, right? AI can't be in this room networking, mingling, rubbing elbows with the who's a who, right? But I can. Negotiation skills, sales skills. Oh man, humans are still beating AI when it comes to this. Critical thinking and problem solving. AI just lacks when it comes to really complex problem solving and critical thinking and cultural sensitivity, right? Being able to take into account these different diverse cultures and different backgrounds and religions and upbringings, right? And guys, here's what I want to ask. What would you like to get out of our time today? So we have about, 35 minutes today to make the most of our time. How can I spend it so you feel like you got the most out of today? Cassandra?
How can I grow my engagement through social media and funnel leads to make money?
Great. Okay, good. So the whole, how can I build it sounds like a funnel there, somewhere where I'm getting engagement, I'm moving people through, and I'm getting some dollars out of it. Frank, what would you like to get out of our time today?
An implementation I can create today.
Excellent, excellent. So guys, here's my 2 goals that I have for you today. First and foremost, I want you to understand the power of AI and the importance of AI. First and foremost, right? I want to make sure that's clear. And if you're in this room, you're probably already halfway there. You see the value in it. And then why you should start using it. And you saw earlier some of those stats, very powerful data that points to AI being a competitive advantage for your business. So I think already you've seen some of that, of the reasons why you want to start using it. And then some of my additional goals is I want you to walk away with 2 or 3 actionable insights that you could put to use right now in your business today, right? I want to, no delay, right now. You go home or right to the office after this session, and you're going to be able to apply 2 or 3 things that are going to help you grow your business. So let's get to that. Who wants that in this room? Raise your hand. You. Okay, great. Let's get to it. First, what AI-powered tools are you familiar with? So just want to kind of get a little bit of the room, right, a feel of what you guys have used before. Midjourney, DALL-E, ChatGPT, great. Claude, awesome. Great. Otter, awesome. Yeah, there's so much AI stuff here. So I'm going to share with you some of the most popular tools, AI tools, right? We got Fathom, which is an AI call recorder. You're able to record calls, capture clips, important things put into the CRM automatically. There's Otter AI, which I love to use. It's a meeting assistant. It dials into every single one of my meetings, and it's taking notes. It's making a transcript of exactly what's happening in that meeting and helping me do a better follow-up later. There's DALL-E 2, which helps you, using words, just text, create some amazing art. There's Claude, which is another kind of ChatGPT-ish looking app, which is better at creating long-form content. So even things like books, you're able to create using Claude. Canva, you've probably heard of this. It's great to use designs. This deck that you're seeing today is powered by Canva, and Canva has AI integration to make it easy for you to create your creatives. There's also Midjourney, right, which we mentioned, we saw a bit earlier today in Sandra's presentation, how you're able to leverage Midjourney. There's Opus Clip, which I use for video editing. I drop in a long-form video, and it's able to then slice and dice it into 4 or 5 little mini clips that I could then share across social. There's the Captions app, which helps me create a mini script that I could then, on the fly, record and be able to put out on Instagram. And then there's Bard, which is the Google version of ChatGPT. And of course, there's the big boss out there, ChatGPT. So Guys, we're going to focus, for the sake of this presentation, we're going to focus mainly on ChatGPT. That's the big boy. That's the big boss. If you know that one, then you know everything else you could probably do. You could figure out a way to do it with that. And in fact, a lot of these tools are built off the ChatGPT framework, off the same platform, through API. So you're probably using that on the back end. So the only question I have for you today is, what area of your business will you be using AI first? So someone here said finance, someone said marketing, someone said sales, someone said customer service. Okay, great, so good. Here are some of the areas that we could use our AI, right? My recommendations, we could use it for customer experience, to improve your customer experience. We could use it to get better at sales. We could use it for marketing. We could use it for operations, product services, to do competitive analysis, financial stuff, HR stuff. So guys, ChatGPT can be used pretty much in every single part of your business. Think about having an assistant. What would you pay to have an assistant in every single part of this business, right? Someone that's an expert at marketing. What would you pay to have an expert at sales? What would you pay to have someone that's an expert at financial advice, right? A great customer service rep that's always on and has all the answers, right? That's amazing, right? You could do all that stuff through AI, ChatGPT. So we're going to be able to touch all these. So let's start with one area, customer experience. Here's a great takeaway, guys. Write this down. You want to analyze customer feedback. It's a great source of learning. Many business owners aren't doing that enough. They're not talking to the customer enough. They're not analyzing that feedback enough. So what if you could use ChatGPT, copy and paste those latest customer reviews that you got, and then use AI to summarize the top features of those customers, and also see the issues that they normally encounter. So just through that feedback and the analysis that AI does, you now have a cheat sheet to know what you need to improve and things that you should maybe hit in your marketing a little harder, because as you can tell, customers really love that. So this is something that, again, has a lot of value. Are you analyzing enough of your feedback? And you could do this not just through reviews on Google, but you could do these through surveys. You could analyze, through email responses, right? You could do this through just live conversations when people come to your store or brick and mortar. You could do this through your one-on-ones that the sales team maybe has and gather, or the customer service team has, and they can gather this insight. But AI can be used to make a better customer experience. AI can also be used to automate customer service. Imagine hiring a customer service rep that is always on. You don't have to pay them overtime. They never get sick. They know all the answers. They study as hard as anyone else. They can learn wickedly fast, right? And they're awesome, very polite. Oh, man. Guess what? That's AI. That's ChatGPT. You could do that. You could build what's called a chat bot. You could teach that chatbot all your stuff about your business. Throw away all the manuals that you have. Throw away all the instructions that you have, all the SOPs that you have. It memorizes everything. It learns everything about your product. All the FAQs, all the pricing, all the features, all the shipping information. You know those questions that you get asked over and over and over again, and you're frustrated to answer it? What if a chatbot could answer it for you in an amazing, nice, polite way? Every single time, without frustration, without human emotion making it messy. That's the power of AI. So you could do this right now, right here. And in fact, here's a prompt you could use. Go to ChatGPT right now and just tell it, create a script for a chatbot to answer FAQs about my product, including pricing, features, and shipping information. Then copy and paste that information into that prompt, and there you have it. A good start to start building this chatbot. Who here wants more sales? Raise your hand. Sales. You want sales? I got sales for you. I got sales for you. I got sales for you. I got sales for everybody in this room. Here's one thing that we got to do, though. In order to be able to predict where we're going, let's take a look at the past, right? It's important to know where we've come from. In sales, we don't do this enough, right? We're just kind of focused on the next quarter, the next year, the next week, the next day, right? But how about this? How about you analyze some of that sales data from the past year and have AI identify patterns to be able to predict the next quarter's sales volume? So you're not running blind. You're able to better utilize resources, allocate your resources, so that way you can take advantage of seasonality. You can take advantage of these patterns, of these upticks that you may have missed because you're so focused just on the next quarter. AI could make sure that you don't miss that. AI could capture that. It could cover those gaps that you have in your game right now. So this is one way you can start using it for your sales. So guys, here's a prompt. given the sales data from this past year, you can copy and paste whatever data you have, identify patterns, and predict the next quarter's sales volume. But guys, I'm not done yet. But wait, there's more. No, that was weak. Okay, but wait, there's more. That's right, guys. Here's one of the ways I personally have benefited from AI. This has been one of my cheat sheets. No one knows that I do this, but everyone's impressed that I do. And I am known now for having some amazing follow-up emails. That's right. You have a meeting with me, you have a one-on-one with me. Within minutes, you're gonna get an amazing follow-up that is personalized, that is detailed, that has all the next steps, and even a great call to action. You know how I do this? I don't have superpowers. I have AI power. That's right. All I do is use that order. Remember I mentioned earlier, I use order to transcribe the call. I copy and paste that transcript into ChatGPT. And I tell ChatGPT, given this call transcript, create an email draft that thanks them for their time and summarizes the main points of this conversation with next steps and a call to action. Bam! Just like that, I got that follow-up email. I look like a champ. And I didn't have to think of that email from scratch. No, all the details were in that transcript. It just summarized it. And this has helped me a ton because I used to just delay the follow-up. I used to have to go back into my notes. Sometimes I miss things in my notes. I forgot to do it, but now there's no excuse. I could even automate some of this stuff. That's the power of ChatGPT. But wait, guys, we're just getting warmed up. What about your marketing team? Imagine being able to have an entire marketing team at your fingertips, and that is what ChatGPT is capable of. Your next email campaign, you no longer need an email specialist. You could create an email campaign right there at your fingertips with just a couple of details that you could gather within minutes, right? But here's an example of a prompt. Generate a promotional email for our next product, our next product launch targeting young professionals. So just by giving it your target audience data, giving it a little bit of data about your product, who you're going after, that's all it needs to get started going down this path. And obviously, as you guys get better at using ChatGPT, it requires some coaching. It requires going back and repeating some things and giving it more detail. But you'll learn that. And I treat it just like as an assistant, right? I break things down to it as I would my 5-year-old, right? I would make sure that they know something step by step just so that they could really get it going, right? And guess what? We could do so much with marketing. In fact, this has been one of the areas I focus a lot on because as a marketing agency owner and working with marketing agency owners, this is an area that I'm in all the time. And one area that it's helped me is with content for my website. We used to have a big old content team in the past. Now we could cut that team in half. They can be just that much more productive. Why? Because ChatGPT is helping us create the outlines for our blogs. It's helping us create some really good blog posts that are SEO optimized right from the get-go, that are geared perfectly for our audience. So our team many times just has to go through it, edit, make a couple finishing touches on it, and bam, it's good to go. So that's the power of ChatGPT for marketing. Any financial people in this room, right? We got a CFO over there. I think we got a CPA over here. Guys, this could help you out so much. Even those people that are not very financial savvy, right? This is now going to give you that financial savviness because it could do a lot of it for you. For example, have you ever created a budget? You know how difficult that is? I'm not an Excel guru, so I struggle in having to create a spreadsheet and do projections. That is no longer the case. Thank you to my best friend, ChatGPT, baby. Because now, with this prompt right here, I could do a projection and a budget within minutes. The last prompt I gave it was create a simple financial forecast model for a startup in the SaaS industry for the next 12 months. Bam, 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 just like that. Magical, baby. We made it happen. And this is scary. This is just a start. We can now use it for HR. I had to hire people. I didn't have to draft a job description from scratch. You know how tedious that is? I don't want to do that stuff. Instead, just give it a couple of details about what I'm looking for in the position, what it's geared for, and guess what? It drafts that job description for me from scratch. And now I can hire people just like that. And I could streamline my whole interview process. Even when I had to interview people, I was able to ask ChatGPT, give me some really good interview questions so I can get to know the person really well and make sure I make the right decision in who I hire. And bam, ChatGPT helped me out. Thank you. That's what we do. And yes, guys, we're not done. Even with products. Think about all the products and services that you have right now. Can they get better? Is there room to innovate? Well, if you think there is, ChatGPT can help you because you can just prompt it, say, suggest innovative features for insert your product here, right? In this case, fitness tracking app that caters to remote workers. And just like that, boom, 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 boom. It's a store of ideas. Thank you, ChatGPT. Now, guys, not everything is going to be good. Keep in mind, this is AI. It's still early, but it's enough to get my brain going. And from there, the creativity is unlocked. So that's what ChatGPT does for me, and it can do that for you. I also love using ChatGPT to spy on my competitors, to tell me what I could be doing better so I could beat my competitors. Who doesn't want to beat a competitor? Because they're taking your customers, whether you know it or not, but you can take them back by using AI the right way. So one of the things that I love to do is I analyze competitors and their online presence using AI. I prompt it, summarize the strengths and weaknesses of our top 3 competitors, and I give it information about their online reviews, some of the links that they have, their SEO keywords, a couple of things that I have on them. And through that data, AI is then able to and compute an amazing competitive analysis that lets me know exactly what I need to do to beat my competitor. And guess what? If I do that, they're never going to beat me. I'm going to win every single time because I got that AI advantage. For operations, you could do the same thing. Imagine being able to draft a monthly operational checklist just like that for your retail store that includes everything from inventory management to staff scheduling to even the cleaning tasks for your entire team. Just like that. That used to take you maybe a week to do in the past. Now it takes you about a minute to do. Yes, guys, that's the power of ChatGPT. This is powerful. And we're just getting started. So what I want you guys to do now is to get excited about what the opportunities that are ahead and to go home and actually start applying some of these things, right? My goal is to inspire you to take action. And now you know exactly what you need to do to take action. But don't stop there. I want to help you succeed even more. I want to catapult you to what you're truly capable of and to what God is calling you in your business. So if you could book a strategy call with me, we could spend some time diving deep into your business, and I could give you exact ways that could help you grow. There's no strings attached. I'm only doing this for this Towson group right here. This is not something that I normally do. I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes to you and your business and give you some free advice that's going to help you get to that next level. So I really recommend you take advantage of it. If you want to succeed, make sure you book me now. And guys, I encourage you. I'm here to let you know it's possible. You could do it. AI is not something to be afraid of. It's something to harness and use. And if you in this room are able to use it first and really get a hold of this before anyone else does, imagine that advantage that you're going to have. It's like the first people that mastered the computer, like the first people that mastered code. Imagine that the breakthroughs they were able to have. Guys, that's the opportunity ahead of you right now. So don't delay. Don't just sit back, right? You've already taken the action to be here. Now just do the things I taught you. Go do them. And guess what happens? You'll see the results and you'll come back for more. And that's what I do. So I want to see you succeed. Keep me in the loop. Let me know how this works for you. And I'm excited to just get this started, guys. I'll be here in the back of the room if there's any questions that you have. But again, thank you so much for your time today. Peace.